So it's Erick and
Erica.
Erica.
And my wife is Erica as well.
Really? So is she named after your wife or named after you?
Both, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah.
I'm grateful that Erick and Erica sat down with me for an interview. I learned a lot, and you will too.
So, Erick, when did you find out that Erica had Down syndrome?
We actually didn't find out until she was actually born. Like maybe, I don't know, like 5 minutes in. So I remember the doctor, she actually said, I don't know, but it seems like your daughter might have Down syndrome. I have a feeling from what I'm seeing. My reaction was, okay, she could be wrong. She's right. But she looks healthy, so that's fine. But then, when it really hit me was when I looked at my wife and I saw her face and she was freaking out. Yeah, that's when it really, I still remember her eyes when she looked at me. And that really hurt. That hit me like a ton of bricks. And that's when I realized like, yeah, we may have a problem here. Because I had no idea.
So what were your thoughts at that time?
It was pretty strange. It was like, you try to think like, okay, so when is she gonna get married? Is she gonna go to college? All these things, right? And then you try to make sense of it all. And what am I gonna do? Is she gonna need this? Is she gonna need that? Am I gonna have to change her diapers forever? I had no idea. I had all these questions. And I tried to think into the future, and it was really strange. It was like I was hitting like this huge black wall. I couldn't go beyond the moment, the issue, what for me at the moment was the problem.
Yeah.
And it was scary because not knowing what was coming.
Erick's family was very supportive. They didn't care if Erica had Down syndrome or not. The problem wasn't her Down syndrome, but her other health challenges.
The issue was that she was not digesting her milk.
Oh.
Basically, she was regurgitating constantly. And we were like, why is she doing that? And she started losing weight. And it got to a point where the doctor said something's wrong. They were pretty blunt. They said she might die.
Holy cow.
We have to do a microsurgery and we have to see what's going on. It seems like there's a blockage in the duodenal passage. Mm-hmm. So the milk was going there and not going through, wasn't being absorbed, nothing. I couldn't be there because for 6 months I had been unemployed. In 2008, the economy hit, the bad economy. And that affected us. So for 6 months, we were living off our savings. So we were like, okay, I have this huge project. I finally got a project, and it was very intense. And I was actually sleeping like maybe 3-4 hours a day. And in the middle of the deadline, she was born. So that was pretty tough for me not being able to be there for her.
No other health issues after that?
There were many health issues. We actually lived at the hospital for the first few years.
Erica developed something called thrombocytopenia.
There's this agent in the blood that she lacked at the time. That agent basically keeps you from bleeding through your pores.
Oh.
So it seemed like she had a little rash, but in reality she was basically bleeding.
Wow.
Yeah, at a microscopic level.
That has since cleared up, but she now has hypothyroidism.
So what happens is that makes her gain weight really quickly. She's actually going to start martial arts classes pretty soon. So
cool. You're excited about martial arts?
Yeah.
You're going to be doing kung fu?
You gonna kung fu your dad?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
But your dad knows kung fu too.
Erica is Erick's third child. I asked how Erica's birth affected her older siblings.
Well, Wendy, she was like basically 1 year older than she was.
Yeah.
So Wendy didn't understand. Wendy actually, she was born with Asperger's. At the moment, we had no idea she had Asperger's. But Kira, her older sister, or the oldest, yeah, she was in love with her. She loved her. And I still remember like she brought her this little plushie. It was a pink baby toad. And it reminded me of her because when she was born, she was, she had this pinkish hue to her skin. And I was like, oh, this kind of looks like you, and we were always playing with her. But she loved her little sister. She was really excited. And even to this day, she takes care of her and they have a good bond. It's a beautiful thing.
¿Quieres ir a ver Star Wars?
Yeah.
Are we gonna go see Star Wars?
Yes.
Yes!
Erick feels like his family won the lottery.
Everything collided in this harmonious way. And a lot of things that were amiss, situations with other family members, everything came together. Like she brought that type of harmony into our home. And to this day, like she's the light of the house. She's always, making us laugh. She's pretty intuitive. Like if she sees that someone's sad or something, she'll approach you and say, or do something funny just to make you smile.
In addition, Erick says he realized he won the lottery because it forced him to exercise faith.
What happened was that I honestly couldn't deal with the pain. It was just killing me. And what was hurting me the most was seeing my wife's reaction to everything. She was bottling everything in. She was trying not to make me feel, even worse. And I think we were both doing that just to help each other out. But the truth was that we didn't have any answers. We didn't know what we were going to do, and the future looked pretty bleak. But the thing is that I believe there's a God. And one day I decided to walk into my room and I prayed. I just got on my knees and asked them, why is this happening? And can you help us? Because I have no answers. I have no idea what I'm going to do. And I basically told them I could be getting a divorce in a few months from now. I'm probably going to be at my daughter's funeral a couple of weeks from now. That's what they're saying. So I can't go on. I just can't do this. And I knew that there was going to be some kind of lifeline that he was going to throw at me. And I cannot describe what happened in that room. All I can tell you is that I was reassured through this. I want to call it like this celestial hug. I felt like someone basically embraced me, or something embraced me. It felt like the whole room lit up. My eyes were closed, but I just knew that everything, absolutely everything, was going to be fine, whether she lived or whether she died. And at that point, like, it was almost automatic. I made this choice, like, thank you for having her in my life. If you let me keep her, I'll love you forever for that. If you have to take her, I'm very happy with that as well. I know this is very strange to say, but that's the moment where everything changed for me. It just clicked, and that's it.
Erick's wife was going through something similar at the same time.
So the hospital, Northridge Hospital, is pretty close to our home. So I drove over there just to let her know what had happened, what I felt, that everything was going to be fine, that she was going to be fine. And the moment I knock and I go into her room, she was actually having an experience too. So we just hugged, we cried, and she told me she's amazing. We won the lottery. And I said, I know. And she said, everything's going to be fine, Erick. Everything's going to be fine. And I said, yes, Erick, I know everything's going to be fine. That's why I'm here, to share this with you. And she's like, I just want to share with you. We just hugged and cried for a long time. But there weren't tears of sadness. We were just joyful that we won the lottery. And to be honest, from that day on, we just enjoyed every single minute. And yes, there were many challenges. She had to do a lot of, I forget what they're called, but she had to do a lot of workout, therapy.
Physical therapy?
Physical therapy constantly since the moment she was basically released from the hospital. And it was challenging, but to be honest, there's nothing that I can say that's an issue with her. To be honest, if anything, she's taught me to be a better parent, I believe. And when she, like I said before, if she sees that someone's sad, she'll approach them and say, are you okay? Do you need something? And she'll try to make them laugh or something, and that's something that honestly I've seen in many humans, but I see in this little human every day, 24/7. And it's a constant reminder that I can be a better person, that we as a family can be better, that my wife and I as a couple can be better. And that, to me, there's no replacing that. There's nothing that I could do to earn this. And yet, we know we have her living with us, so yeah.
I guess kind of the last question is, what advice would you give to a younger you, or a parent that just found out that their kid has Down syndrome, and they're in that same position, that scary place that you were? What would you tell them?
If I were able to build a time machine, I would definitely go back and tell myself, brother, you won the lottery. And I would love to tell people watching us right now that these children will bring more joy to your life than anything negative that you might be thinking in your mind. Let the fear go, because this situation is only going to make you a better human being. It's going to make your family come together as nothing else can. And the moment you don't see your child, even if it's because you're on a trip or a business trip, whatever, you miss them so much.
Take my order, please.
Okay.
I want some tacos.
Tacos.
Okay, and I want a Mexican Coke.
Coke.
Erick believes that there is something different with these children. He says some people would describe them as angels, and he sees Erica that way.
Yeah, pizza with marshmallows on my pizza. She came here to save me, to help me be a better person. And I would tell myself that, like, don't worry, you can cry, it's okay if you want to cry, but know that the joy will come. Know that the peace will come. Know that many little tiny microscopic moments of complete happiness will come about because of this child. They're funny, they're smart, they see things in you that sometimes you don't see in yourself when you're looking at yourself in the mirror. And they go like, hey daddy, you look like you're sad, what's going on? Or dad, why are you angry? And they're like, oh, it's just that, I lost my job, honey. Oh, don't worry, everything's gonna be fine. You'll get another job and it's gonna work out. And they give you all this hope. And honestly, she's told me things that at those specific moments when I really need to hear those words, like I can't get that anywhere else. I mean, I know I have my wife, I have my other kids, and they're all dear to me. But there's something about her she's so in tune with feelings and emotional needs that you may have. It's so weird. I know it's weird to say that because when we think of children with special needs, we think like, oh, they're not very aware, but it's not like that.
Erick wants people to experience being with a beautiful person who is full of joy and love.
If you're a parent that are, and you're actually thinking, maybe we shouldn't have this child, and you're scared, which is normal, don't be. Just let them come. They will change your life for the better. Don't miss out on that opportunity because you will regret it if you do. And as a friend, I really hope that you don't have to go through that pain, the pain of knowing that you could have been surrounded by a beautiful being that's full of joy and love. And nothing will be able to basically supply that source of happiness. And just have that baby. Take care of him. Take care of her.
Help us make more Orange Socks videos by clicking below to subscribe. And make sure you hit the bell so you never miss an Orange Socks video. You can also find more of our videos here. Thanks for watching.